Hello everyone, it is your boy Winston and I am back at it again with another video. I hope everyone watching this video is having a great day, and also thank you for the support. Shout out to my YouTube channel members as always. Shout out to Thomas, shout out to Wymie, shout out to Staying Young, shout out to Tony, shout out to Devin, Leo, Jared, Gabby, Quick, Corey, Jay, Hunter, Andrija, White Rose, Yu-Gi-Oh, Nanobread, and Steve. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate every single one of y'all. For those wondering what you get when you become a channel member, you guys get early access to every single full video that ever drops on this channel. You guys get a shout out on every single full video. More recently, we had a live stream where I was only playing with channel members. We're playing on Master Duel. You could request games with me on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, Master Duel. I have something special cooking up for channel members as well. So be sure that membership. If you can't, just turn on the notification bell and hit the subscribe. That is absolutely free, and I definitely appreciate the support. If you guys want to join in on the community, the conversation with me, and a whole bunch of other Yu-Gi-Oh! People, be sure to check the description box. Join the Discord. Be sure to follow me on TikTok, Twitch, and Twitter. Everything is going to be in the description box as well. But let's get started with today's video. I know whenever I usually am working on a deck, right, I usually post the deck profile, then I show the combo tutorial. Now for this, I didn't really post like a full breakdown because I recently had one of my friends, Hunter, ended up getting top 16. So I didn't want to oversaturate my channel with just like a tons of Blue Eyes content. I'm more than happy to showcase what did I build in a full video version because I know people do enjoy those videos. Be sure to leave it in the comment section if you guys want to check that out. If not, then, you know, it'll just be in short version. And if you guys are looking for that, it's going to be in my shorts on TikTok and on YouTube. So if you guys look it up, you'll see it there. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with today's combo tutorial with Blue Eyes Primite. So for the first combo, you are going to be only needing the Ether Barrel Dragon. This card is, I love the art on this card, man. It looks so freaking sick. So we're going to go ahead and start off with normal summoning, and then we're going to activate his effect, which is going to allow you to set a Primite card. And then here you are going to set Primite Lordy Load. I know a lot of people get confused on what this card actually does. But when you activate it, which is crazy because it's a mandatory effect, you add a Primite spell or trap. It does have another effect where you call out a name, normal monster, and then you can special summon that monster from your grave or from your deck or from your hand. So it's pretty good, but once you use that specific effect, you cannot activate the effects of special summon monsters on the field. So we're going to go ahead and activate this card, and mandatory effect is going to force us to search one of these. And then we're going to go ahead and add Primite Drill Beam. It's a very powerful card, but one of the downsides of playing Blue Eyes Primite, or more specifically the Primite cards, is because Raizio is running around, and then one detonator literally stops this card. And the same thing could be set with like other cards that this deck plays. If it does resolve and you do go first, which, you know, you just got to win the die roll sometimes, it's pretty nice. But Drill Beam is a very powerful card. So you could go ahead and reveal this card or one normal monster from your hand, except this card, or if you control a normal monster or a level 5 or higher Primite monster, except a token, you could activate the effect without revealing the card, then target one face-up monster, negate its effects, and if you do, banish it. During the main phase, if you control a Primite monster, you can set this card from your graveyard. So a super powerful card, and it just allows for recursion, which is the small engine of the Primite stuff is really, really good at. And then Ether Barrel does have another graveyard effect during your standby phase. I had to change that. He go ahead and gets added back to your hand, so you could go ahead and start the loop going and going and going. So we're gonna go ahead and add the Drill Beam, and then here we will go ahead and link this baddie off. Then we're gonna go right into Spirit with Eyes of Blue. This is the new card from the set, and the card that everyone wants. So what he requires to be is a level 1 or 4 or lower dragon or spellcaster. And then when this card is summoned, you're going to go ahead and search Mausoleum of White from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. And then its other effect on field, you contribute this card and then special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your hand or graveyard. Yeah, you're locked into dragons while he's on the field, but that doesn't really ever come up, I'm going to be honest. And then you are going to add Mausoleum of Whites. This card's effect on field, target a monster on your field, and then you could go ahead and send a normal monster, to the graveyard, and then increase that monster by the level that you send times 100. It does have a graveyard effect, but you're not playing that card in this deck, so it doesn't even come up at all. So here you'll go ahead and activate the Mausoleum of White. The most important part of this card is that you're going to go ahead and get the Blue Eyes to the graveyard. You'll activate the effect, target spirit, and then you're going to go ahead and send Blue Eyes, a white dragon. I love this freaking art. So then there we go. And then here you'll use the spirit effect to tribute itself as cost, and then special summon the Blue Eyes that you just sent. You have a pretty huge beat stick, and then you have one negate and then banish at that. Because you have the Blue Eyes. Going into combo number 2, we got a 1.5. We got Sage with Eyes of Blue. Discard. This could be anything, so that's why it's 1.5. This doesn't have to be a specific card. So to start us off, we will normal summon and then activate the effect. We will go ahead and add Maiden of Whites. And then here we will link this off. Go into Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. And then on summon, I will activate its effect. We will go ahead and add Mausoleum of White. Pretty standard, and it's so broken. And then here you will go ahead and activate Mausoleum of White. You will go ahead and activate Maiden's effect. Discard to place. You will go ahead and place True Light, an absolutely broken freaking card in this deck. Here we'll go ahead and activate True Light. You're gonna go ahead and set a spell or trap that mentions Blue Eyes. So we're gonna go ahead and set Wishes for Eyes of Blue. I wish my eyes were blue. Then at this point, we'll go ahead and activate Wishes for Eyes of Blue. And then this is where we use the discard. And then we will go ahead and add Majesty of White Dragons and then a second Sage. And this is what makes the field spell really, really powerful because you get a second normal summon, level 1 light tuner monster. And this is exactly what this is. We will get our second normal summon and activate its effect. Its effect is not once per turn. Now here there are a couple of targets that you can get, but the easiest one and what makes this deck so good is we're going to get Effect Veiler Light Tuner level 1 spellcaster monster. Here you will go ahead and activate Mausoleum of White. You can target either of these cards. We'll target the Blue Eyes, and we're just going to go ahead and send that Blue Eyes to the graveyard. And here we go. Now that we have the Blue Eyes in the graveyard, we'll activate Spirit with Eyes of Blue to summon out a set of Blue Eyes, and then that will trigger the effect of Maiden to summon itself. All these effects are just like absolutely crazy in my opinion. Before we go into our Synchro Summon, we're going to go ahead and use Wish's effect to banish itself. And then we're going to go ahead and equip a extra deck monster to Blue Eyes White Dragon specifically. We are going to equip the Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. So it's equipped. Now we will go ahead and Synchro for 9. And we will Synchro into Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Now, what you would do is you will set the Majesty of White Dragons, and then you'll go ahead and pass turn. During our opponent's turn, we'll go ahead and activate True Light. You'll summon out the Blue Eyes, and then on their opponent's turn, you will activate his effect, and then special summon a Light Dragon Synchro. And then here, this will be our actual end board. There are a couple things, right? We have the obvious here with the Omni Negate. And then we also have the Majesty, which is going to go ahead and which is going to allow us to reveal up to 3 Blue Eyes from our graveyard, from our field, and then destroy equal amount of cards our opponent controls. And it's non-targeting, which is absolutely crazy. So we'll be able to pop 1. And then here we have targeting protection. Also, we have an Effect Veiler in our hand. This is just like a crazy board in my personal opinion. And you could just do all of this all over again next turn because you'll just have True Light. And then you'll be able to set Wishes once more. And then you'll be able to activate Wishes because you'll draw a card. It's just absolutely crazy what this freaking deck could do. And that's just off of a 1.5. Combo number 3, and by far one of my favorite combos with this deck. It's absolutely crazy. So it's going to be a 2-card combo. This time for realsies. We have Primite Ether Barrel, and then we got Wishes. 2 very powerful cards. So to start off the combo, we will go ahead and normal summon that Ether Barrel activate effect. And then we will go ahead and set Primite Lordy Load. And then we will go ahead and activate Primite Lordy Load. And then we will go ahead and search out Primite Drill Beam. Now, before you do anything else, this is where you would activate Wishes. You will go ahead and discard the Drill Beam. And then here you will go ahead and add Roar of the Blue Eyed Dragons and Sage. Just 2 absolutely powerful cards. Now, before you link it off, you're going to go ahead and activate Drill Beam and then set the card on the field. Now, you just basically activated Wishes for free because you still managed to set the Drill Beam. You're going to go ahead and link off the Ether Barrel, and then you will go ahead and go, of course, into Spirit. You will activate Spirit's effect. You will go ahead and add the Mausoleum. Here, you will go ahead and activate said Mausoleum. You will go ahead and get your second normal summon, activate Sage Effect, and then, of course, you're going to go ahead and add the Maiden to your hand and then discard the Maiden. Of course, you're going to go ahead and set the True Light face up onto the field. Now, this is where it gets a little bit crazy. We're going to go ahead and activate Roar. And then what Roar does is going to allow us to special summon a Blue Eyes monster from our deck, graveyard, or banishment, and then we will summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon. We're going to go ahead and activate Wishes, which is going to allow us to equip a Blue Eyes White Dragon with a monster from the extra deck. And then here we are going to equip the Blue Eyes with Neo. And this is just targeting protection like I mentioned earlier. We will go ahead and synchro for 9. And then we will go ahead and summon out Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Now, what you're going to go ahead and do is activate the Spirit with Eyes of Blue. And then that is going to go ahead and summon out the Blue Eyes White Dragon. And then from here, you will go ahead and activate the Maiden effect in the graveyard and summon itself. Now, you're going to go ahead and activate Mausoleum of White, targeting Maiden of White, and then Chainlink 2 Maiden's going to activate because it's being targeted while face up on the field by another card on the field. You're going to go ahead and activate this to special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your graveyard, or you could go ahead and spellcast your Light Tuner monster. So Chainlink 2 will summon out the Sage, and then Chainlink 1, we're going to go ahead and send the Blue Eyes from our deck to the grave, and then of course we are sending out that Blue Eyes. Now we're going to go ahead and synchro one more time, baby, and then we will synchro out our second copy of Spirit, and then we are not done, ladies and gentlemen. We have not used True Light. We just activated the card. We got the first Blue Eyes with Roar, and then we got the second Blue Eyes with Spirit. Now we're going to go ahead and activate the True Light, and you're going to go ahead and special summon out this Blue Eyes. And then here, you're going to go ahead and activate Lordly Load effect as well. And you are going to special out the second Blue Eyes. And then here, you will go ahead and link these two off. And you are going into Heretic Seals. Now, that is going to be it for our turn. We will go ahead and pass. And then on our opponent's turn, we have a couple effects. So first, we'll go ahead and activate True Light to summon out the Blue Eyes. We will go ahead and activate the effect of our first Spirit, and then summon out the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and activate the other Blue Eyes Spirit. They're not once per turn, which is freaking crazy. And of course, we are going to summon out Crimson Dragon. And then we're going to go ahead and still activate this to target our level 12 Synchro monster. And then we are, of course, going to summon out our Blazar Dragon. Now, this is our real end board on our opponent's turn. Let's go ahead and go over everything. So we got the Omni Negate with Blazar. And multiple, right? We could go ahead and negate a summon. We could also negate the battle phase. Crazy because he's just going to come back and you'll be able to have the negate once per turn. We have the Omni with the Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. We have the Primite Drill Beam, which will be able to negate a card and banish it because we have the Blue Eyes. We have the Bounce with Seals, which we're probably going to go ahead and summon out the Magnuma. And then that way we could go ahead and continue to do our combo. And then we definitely have follow-up because we'll draw for turn, activate True Light, and then set Wishes again, and then just do it all over again. And on top of that, we go ahead and have the targeting protection from our Blue Eyes monsters. And then Ether Barrel is going to go ahead and come back to our hand during our standby phase. Now, my overall thoughts on the deck: Wishes, Sage, Maiden, Ether Barrel. These are great cards, and the consistency of this deck is there, right? You have very powerful cards like Wishes that searches 2 cards, Sage that now you get to abuse the normal summon fairly consistently because you got the Primite stuff. Maiden, a card that's super hard to interact with, right? There's not a lot of ways to stop something from setting something from the deck onto the field when that card is getting discarded or sent to the graveyard from the field. It's super good, in my personal opinion. The cards that you do get out are strong. The problem with it is that the deck in it and of itself is just very bricky, right? You play 2 cards, Blue Eyes Brick Dragon, and I am at odds with myself with just playing 1, but I feel like it's just cutting it too close because Bestials are a thing in the current format because of Fiendsmith. And then the engines alone don't really work too well, right? Don't get me wrong. This is supposed to work together. You're supposed to set up some sort of board. But when your main focal point is getting a brick out of the deck or into the graveyard and you losing to like a single hand trap, it's kind of hard to call you really top tier. I would say that maybe it's mid-range. Yeah, maybe it's tier 2 or like tier 1.5, not exactly 1. And if piloted correctly, you're able to. But I do think that this deck does lack a little bit. And it's just because you're playing the Blue Eyes Brick Dragon. Now, this stuff, without the Blue Eyes, is not really doing too much, right? The main reason that this card is being played is to help this deck be a little bit more consistent. Now, you have another extra normal summon this, go to Spirits, get the field spell, you summon the Sage, and then boom, right? You're doing your full combo, and this hopefully allows you to see these cards as well. Hopefully you didn't brick, because you do play a couple of them, right? You play the trap card. War's not a brick, but it does also limit you on what you can summon. Losing to a single monster with Raizio, probably one of the more popular decks at the moment. The trap card loses to Detonator. The field spell loses to Detonator. Lordy Load loses to Detonator. Everything just loses to Detonator in this deck. And then you get punished extremely hard. My overall opinions, I think it's mid-range. I think it's like 1.5 like I said. I definitely think there are better decks. But if you just want to have fun with some locals and you have the cash for playing this build, by all means, I definitely recommend it. It's fairly consistent. You just gotta pray that you don't get hand trapped to death, because hand traps are very powerful right now. And it loses to some of the more powerful ones or popular ones like Ash. Of course, it loses to Fualos. Be sure to leave it in the comment section below what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think of my combos. Is there any way to optimize them? Is there any way to play a little bit better? Or just your overall thoughts? Leave it in the comment section below. I try to read all the comments and reply to everything. And I do appreciate your guys' patience with me with replying to your guys' comments. Thank you so much. But that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. My name is Winsor, and I will check you guys out later. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll check you guys out later. Peace out, guys.